are now in week 10, which is pretty wild when you think about how much we've covered. And we've also went over a lot of different topics, right? We've covered Islam in Europe, we've covered Charlemagne, and Charlemagne, definitely, I think you guys got the point that no matter what you think of him, he's an important character to know in terms of Western civilization, right? And really kind of bringing back the Roman legacy officially into the mix. I think I mentioned it in one of my lectures, but I'll say it again. This interesting quote that the Romans at first invented the barbarians, or they wrote down in their works this kind of made-up idea that they had in their head about the barbarians, and then later the barbarians reinvented the Romans, and referring to the fact that Charlemagne, once he takes on that role of a Germanic, an ethnically Germanic, one of the former barbarians now, is then bringing back the Roman legacy, but in a reinvented way. Okay, and so anyhow, that's all I have to say on that. This documentary on the damsel, I think you'll find really interesting. I'm glad that it's still up. I'm always worried that YouTube will take that some of these things will get removed from YouTube. The character narrating it, you may recognize from Monty Python. He's a famous British comedian. Just as a side note. And was there anything else I was going to say? I think that's it. So have a good week, and keep pressing on. Some of you are getting really behind. I want to encourage you to just somehow fight harder to get your work done in a way that just isn't going to overwhelm you. But I'm not going to. You need to be in communication with me right now. I have a lot of people who I've allowed to take in late work for. I'm not going to be able to do everyone's late work at the end. So if you're struggling, many of you have already been in communication with me that are having this issue, but if you haven't turned in if you haven't been turning in work and you're turning in late work, then you need to be communicating with me about what's happened. Some of you, I've went ahead and graded some of your papers, but I can't just take you dumping a bunch of papers. And again, all I'm going to say is, out of desperation, you know what not to do. No plagiarism. Big deal. Don't do it. Much love, peace and blessings be upon you, and we will be in touch.